Welcome to Have Stickers Will Travel in Prince Edward Island. Although the PEI provincial flower is the lady slipper, blue pine is everywhere, along the roadsides, farmers' fields, bunches for sale at farmers' markets. These are Authentics, one of Parks Canada's outdoor accommodation experiences. You just need your own bedding and some cooking and eating equipment. In December 2019, Prince Edward Island was devastated by Hurricane Dorian. You can see the type of damage the province took here in the national park. I am fascinated by the tides. The water in Alberta only changes a few times a year due to snow rain or hydro dams. Here's a shot of high and low tides at Cavendish Beach.
We're at Dave's Lobster in Charlottetown, PEI. This is a lobster roll. This is our first one. We've traveled a long way for this. This one's called a half and half. So you got a cool side with mayonnaise and a hot side with melted butter. We're at the Edward Arsenault bottle houses near Wellington, PEI. In the early 80s, Edward collected and cleaned approximately 30,000 bottles of all shapes and sizes and began to cement them together to make 3 buildings. This building is the chapel. It was the last to be built and is made up of about 10,000 bottles. Something I found interesting are the beer bottle crosses. This is the 6-gabled house. It was the first building constructed and uses about 12,000 bottles. In the 80s, recycling was only beer and pop bottles. With the help of family and friends and local businesses, Edward collected his bottles. This is the tavern. It's made up of about 8,000 bottles. So as you know, we're here in the land of Bud the Spud. So of course we have to go to the Canadian Potato Museum.
The Potato Museum has, well, believe it or not, displays of potatoes. It also has products and the farming equipment. The museum explains the world importance of the potato and presents the history of potato farming in PEI. One display that caught our attention is this display of the over a dozen ways a potato crop can go wrong. You can see it described in grave detail. A blustery day in Surrey, we climbed to the top of the lighthouse to get a better view.
Got it.
Bruce can capture the view. I'm going inside.
This picture shows the many stations of the CN on PEI. The CN ran trains on PEI until the late 80s, and Elmira was the most eastern end of the line. The station has been preserved as a museum and the rail bed has become trails.
Welcome to Basin Head. Fisheries Museum is a possible recreation of a historical site. The Scoops building may have been the cannery. But alas, another attraction is not open yet.
It's our last day on PEI, and we've decided to visit the Orwell Corner Historic Village. Orwell Corner was a real village with the church and school operating until the late 60s. In 1973, PEI opened the historical village to mark the 100th anniversary of PEI joining in Canadian Confederation. This one-room schoolhouse was built in 1895. It continued to be used until 1969 when school consolidations forced its closure.
This single pot-bellied stove heated the entire school on those cold winter days. The church was built in 1861, expanded in 1891, and affiliated with the United Church in 1925. The church operated into the late 1960s, when a new church was built in Vernon Bridge. Note the amazing ceiling. The village had a meeting hall, store, currently stocked with goods of the day, an operating blacksmith, and a working farm with lambs, calves, kids, and piggies. This ends our short time on Prince Edward Island. Please click like and subscribe. See you soon.